Okay, so hello students. So I hope you all are working hard. Take each chapter and then try to look at the different model questions which are there in each chapter. It will help you. So let me do the second video for the first chapter. There are still a few small concepts here and there, specifically vernier calipers, which I have not discussed. So let's quickly go through these questions. Now the length and breadth of a plate are given and the absolute errors are given. They are asking me what is the measurement of area, or they are asking me what is the absolute error in measurement of area. So first thing the area will be is area is 1200. Yeah, so the area is 1200. Now the error percent, when you're multiplying quantities, the relative errors are added. So into 100, so that will give you 2.5. So this will give you 0.5. On this it will be 0.1 by 30 into 100. So that will give you 1 by 3, that is 0.33. So next total it is 8.33, sorry 0.833. So it will be 0.833 into 120. So that will give you 12 into 8 is 96. So 96, 12 into 3 is like 36. Together it will be close to 1. So if I look at the options, I'm not able to see this particular option, but I'm assuming this is 1. So if this is 1, that would be the answer. Then let me just, yeah, so that is 10. So 10 can't be the answer. So it is, sorry, yeah, it is 10. 1200 into 0.833 by 100. So 0, 0, 0, 0 gets cancelled. 12 into 8 will be like 9.6. When you multiply this, it will become 10. So the answer should be option A and not D. Okay, then if the length of a cylinder is measured to be 4.28 cm with an error of 0.1, the percentage error is actually the absolute error divided by the measured quantity into 100. So this will be 1 by 4.28. 1 by 4 is 2.5 or rather 0.25. 1 by 5 is 0.2. So the answer has to be between these two. So if I look at between those two, this is the only number which is there. So the answer will be close to 0.2. When 10 observations are taken, the random error is x. When 100 observations will be taken, the random error will decrease. So it will decrease by as many factors as you have increased the observation. So it will become by x by 10. This is a nice question. Hope you understood what we did. When the number of observations increase, the error decreases, the random error decreases. It is given to us that L1 is this much, L2 is this much. Then they are asking what is L1 plus 2 L2 in meter, and they are more worried about the errors in it. So whenever quantities are added, the absolute errors are added. So here when you measure 2 L2, the absolute error will be 0.02, and you have 1 L1, so it becomes 0.03. So this one will be the right option. So somebody travels uniformly a distance of this much and a time this much, then the velocity of the body, velocity is distance divided by time, but when you look at the error only we work with relative errors. So relative errors means 0.2 by 20 into 100, so that will become equal to 1%. Here the error is 0.04 by 4 into 100, that is also 1%. So the net error is 2%. 2% of 5, 2% of 5, 2% of 5 is going to be 1. So answer should be 5 plus minus 0.1. If the value of 1.35 kg, so this is an odd number. So when it's an odd number is being rounded off, what do we do? When an even number is rounded, you just drop the 5. An odd number is rounded, you go to the next number. So 104 is going to be the right one. So in the previous assignment, some questions on least count were missing. So now we have a few questions. The pitch of 1 millimeter and there are 100 divisions in the circular scale. See, a vernier in a screw gauge, you are going to rotate a particular screw, okay, over a gauge. So now pitch is the distance travelled in one full rotation. So the distance travelled in one full rotation is 1 mm, and there are 100 divisions in it. So each division will be how much? 1 by 100 mm. So that is equal to 0.01 mm. So understand that the least count of a screw gauge is even lesser than the least count of a vernier caliper. Okay, so a screw gauge is a more accurate instrument to measure than a vernier caliper. So the answer for this question is 0.01 mm. So this is the answer. So there is Bernoulli's theorem, P by D plus V squared by 2 plus GH is a constant. The dimensional formula of the constant is, so V squared by 2 is energy. mgh here is also energy, so the constant will be energy without the m. Energy is m L squared t power minus 2 without the m. So it will be L squared t power minus 2. So L squared t power minus 2. So option C is going to be the correct one. Ninth one is a question based on the least count of a vernier caliper. What is the least count of a vernier caliper if the main scale is graduated in millimeters and the vernier scale has 10 divisions coinciding with 9? So remember, the least count of a vernier caliper is equal to the measurement of one main scale reading minus the measurement of one vernier scale reading. Okay, so here it is graduated in millimeters, so one main scale reading is 1 mm minus, now 10 divisions of vernier scale coincide with 9, so each one will be how much? 9 by 10, so minus 9 by 10 mm. So this will become equal to 10 goes there, 1 by 10 mm, so to 0.1 mm. So the least count is 0.1 mm. So I guess this would be the right one. The A option would be the right one. Okay. Now if a screw gauge shows a reading of negative 0.03 mm without any object, what is the zero error? The negative sign here implies that it is a negative zero error. Okay. And remember, the zero error is always subtracted, that is the reading minus the zero error. So here it will be the reading minus 0.03, so it will be added. So negative zero error is added, positive zero error is subtracted. So in this case it will be a negative zero error and sorry, it won't be this. Okay, they are asking you what is the zero error and correction. So the correction will be plus. So this is what it will be, but sometimes they ask what is the reading. So reading is, they have already given to you that it is negative. If the main scale reads 5 centimeters and the third division of the vernier scale coincides with the main scale division, what is the reading? The vernier scale has 10 divisions coinciding with 9. So we have already seen this. When 10 divisions are coinciding with 9, the least count is 1 by 10 mm or 0.1 mm. So the reading will be 5 centimeters plus the third division coincides. So 3 into 0.01 centimeters, because here we have centimeters, so here also we should take centimeters. So the answer will be 5.03. So option A is the right one. If force, mass and time are chosen as fundamental quantities, the dimensional formula for length is how much? So I have to just substitute and check where it works out. So we will see F is equal to ml t power minus 2. This is equal to F. So from here I can say L is equal to F m power minus 1 t power 2. So let me see this, F m power minus 1 t power 2, none of them seem to be having it. F m power minus 1, this is t power minus 2, this is not the case. So there is some error in this. I think this should be plus and this should be the option. Okay, the next one, the length of a cylinder is measured to be 8.28 with an error of 0.1 cm. And the percentage error is the absolute error divided by the measurement into 100. So this will be close to 1 by 8.28 will be 0.1%. So it will be 0.1%. So remember this 100 by 8 is equal to 12.5. Okay, so from here I am able to quickly say that 100 by 8.2 will be 1. So there is no other option. So this should be the option. A student performs experiment with a simple pendulum and measures time for 1 vibration. If he measures the time for 100 vibrations, the error in the measurement will be reduced by a factor of 100. Already we did this in the first question. Question before, that whenever the number of data points increase, the errors in the measurement decrease. The pressure on a square plate is measured by measuring the force on the plate and the length of the sides of the plate. If the maximum error in measurement of force and length are 4 and 2, then the error in the measurement of pressure is force upon area. So force upon area. Error in measurement of force is 4. Area has 2 lengths in it, so 4 plus 4 will be 8%. Okay, so it should be 8%. Root over of 58.97 is how much? 8 into 8 is 64, so the answer has to be less than 64. Also this has 4 significant figures, so the answer can only be given to 4 significant figures. So if I work on this, this works out to be, this is 4 significant figures, so I can say this is the answer, but I have to be very careful. Anyway, I'll just say this is the answer. This is a tough question to answer, it's not an easy one. So but still let me multiply 77.7 and see how much I'll get. 7 into 7 is 49, carry over 4, 49, 98, 102, 2 carry over 10, 49 and 10 is 59. So 59. So if it was 7.7, it should have been 59.29. So less than that. So I'll go by 4 significant figures, and I'll go by this. A stick has a length of 12.132 centimeters, another stick has a length of 12.4 cm. Then the total length of the stick is how much? So the total length of the two sticks should be equal to 24.532, but whenever you give the data, it should be to the same accuracy as this. When you are adding quantities, it has nothing to do with significant figures, it has to do only with the accuracy level. So now this seems to be accurate to 3 decimal places, it can't be, it has to be accurate only to 1 decimal place. So accordingly the answer should be 24.5 and no other number. Okay. So remember, when you are adding quantities, we look at accuracy. When you are multiplying quantities or dividing quantities, we look at significant figures. The number of significant figures in this is being asked. So we look only at this number 5.69. So 3. The value of 124.2 and this much with due regard to significant places is how much? So if I add them up, it becomes 687, and here it is 6, here it is 7 and 1. So it becomes 176.687, but significant only to one figure. So I round it off, it becomes 166.7. So this is the answer. The value of 9.27 by 41 of is how much with due regards to significant figures? Again here the number of significant figures is 2. So the answer has to be significant to 2 digits. So this is not the answer. This can be the answer. No. So option B is the right one. See, I don't have to sit and work it out. Even by looking at the number of significant figures itself, you can say which is the correct option. When 57.986 is rounded to 4 significant figures, so it will become 99. 99 is here. So this is the answer. So these are very fairly easy questions. So the question is, out of the following, the only pair that does not have identical dimensions is. So as I look at this, my eyes fall on this moment of inertia and moment of a force. So moment of inertia is simply ml squared, while moment of a force is force into distance. So ml t power minus 2 into L. So that will become ml squared t power minus 2. So these two don't have the correct same dimension. So option B should be the right answer. If eta is the rigidity modulus, r is the radius length, c is a constant, c is the moment of the couple, then 2lc by has the dimensions of what? Okay, so I can find out. So if eta is the rigidity modulus has the same, is it like Young's modulus? So it will have the dimensions of pressure. So I'll just substitute in each. 2 has no dimension, so L. Moment of the couple is m L squared t power minus 2 divided by pi has nothing. Eta is m L squared t power minus 2 divided by, if ml, so it is L power minus 1. Eta, r power 4 is L power 4. So here m gets cancelled. This becomes L cubed. So this is L cubed. This becomes L power 4. So L power 4. So everything gets cancelled. So it is dimensionless. So it can be angle because angle has no dimensions. This has dimension. So 23 angle. This should be the right one. The acceleration of an object varies with time. Time unit is 1 second and acceleration meter. Then the units of A, B and C. Yeah. So understand here acceleration is given in this format. Okay. If acceleration is given in this format, acceleration is the units of L t power minus 2. So if L t power minus 2 means A should have a L and a t power minus 4, so that when you multiply with it, it will become this. Whenever quantities are added, they should have the same dimensions. So B should be L t power minus 3. So that minus 3 into t will give you 1. C should have L t power minus 2. So let's see. So meters per second squared seems to be correct. So option D seems to be the right one. Anything inside logs cannot have dimensions. Okay. So if eta is equal to A by B, this is dimensionally true. Then the coefficient of viscosity x, if this is distance, then obviously C is dimensionless, constant. This is correct. B has dimensions of L minus 1. Yes, that is also correct. The dimensional formula for A and B we can't say. Yeah, we can say B is L power minus 1. So if B is L power minus 1, then A will become, so here when 2 are true, all of them are true. I don't have to really work it out, all of them are true. But I hope you understand the concept. anything within a mathematical expression like log, sine or anything cannot have any dimensions. So here it will not have any dimensions. Force and area are measured as 20 newtons and 5 meters per second squared with errors of given. The maximum error in the pressure. So pressure is force upon area. So maximum error force of pressure seems to be 4. 0.05 by 20 into 100 is equal to 0.25%. Similarly, 0.0125 by 20 into 100 is equal to 1.25 by 20. So that is 0.625. So the net error is going to be this. When you add these two, it becomes 0.875 into 4. So this will make it 3. 8 into 4 is 32. So 35. So 0.35. So none of the options seems to be the right one. So what do we do? 0.875%. So it is 0.875 by 100 into 4. So 8 into 4 is 32. So this can't be the answer. This can't be the answer. We'll go for this, but there is a doubt. I don't think this number is matching. The actual number should be 350. Okay, so there is an error, but I think we'll go for this. The velocity of the waves on the surface of water of propagation is given to you due to gravity. Which of the following is true? So they have given you velocity is equal to lambda power alpha, rho power beta and g power gamma. They are asking you which of the following is true. So this is velocity. So I need to substitute and then check what should be the value for alpha, beta and gamma. Lambda is L, rho is m L power minus 3, gravity is L T power minus 2 power gamma. So it becomes L power alpha minus 3 beta minus 2 gamma into m power beta into L power gamma. So beta, there is no beta in velocity, so beta must be 0. There is no mass in velocity, so beta must be 0. So beta is equal to 0. Then if beta is equal to 0, then I can say that alpha minus 2 gamma is equal to 1. Okay, then t power minus 2 gamma is equal to minus 1. So gamma is equal to 1 by 2. So gamma is equal to 1 by 2, and so if gamma is equal to 1 by 2, alpha is becoming equal to 2. Okay. So alpha equal to beta, no, this is the right one. Planck's constant is how much? So Planck's constant, so I know energy is equal to h into frequency. So frequency is the same whatever units. Energy in one case will be energy in one case will be erg and the other case will be joule. So it is 10 power 7. So the answer should be A, option A, 10 power 7. Okay, then the velocity of a body is expressed as this, where the values of the exponents A, B and C. So these are a little hard to crack, but not impossible to crack. We'll just see. So I can say velocity is equal to L T power minus 1 is equal to gravitational constant. So gravitational constant is m L T power minus 2 into L cubed divided by m square. Okay, so that is gravitational constant. This to the power alpha, then m to the power beta or b, and radius to the power c. So now if I want to know what are the values, so let's look at m. So here it is m power minus 1. So alpha plus beta should be equal to 0. So alpha plus beta should be equal to 0 means, minus alpha plus beta should be equal to 0 means both should be the same. Alpha beta are the same, no problem. Let's look at, so here t power minus 2 alpha, so alpha is half. So we can, neglecting this, it has to be this or this. Then let's look at the value for c. The value for c is L power 3 alpha plus c should be equal to L power 1. So 3 into alpha is half. So 3 by 2 plus c is equal to L. So c should be minus half. So this one is the correct one. So option A is the correct answer. For the equation this, where f area and then with the dimension analysis give the following values of the exponents. So like I said, these are getting repetitive, but I hope you all understand how to go ahead. So this is L square, so L power 2a. This is v power b, so L power b, t power minus b. Then again d power c. D power c means it is m L t power minus 2 power c. Now this is equal to m L t power minus 2. So now when I try to work this out, let me see. So m power c is equal to m power 1. So the value for C is 1. So now there are 3 equations with value of C as 1. Then let's look at L. So 2A plus B plus C is equal to 1. And let's look at B. So minus B minus 2C is equal to minus 2. So let me put each of these values and then check. Suppose this was correct. So 2A is 4 plus B. So this cannot be your answer. Let's look at this. A is equal to 0, B equal to 1, C equal to C. This also cannot be your answer. Let's look at option A, 2A. So here it cannot be. So there has to be a negative number here. There has to be a negative number, which is not the case. But anyway, answer has to be either A or B or D, because we got C is equal to 1. So once we get C is equal to 1, then we will have to work it out. Some error is there in this question. Okay, so when a wave travels, the wave velocity is given to you as A sine Bt minus Cx. Then they are asking you which of the following is a quantity with dimensions. Anything, all these will have dimensions. Okay, but let's look at these quantities here. So Bt does not have any dimension, Bt does not have any dimension, Cx does not have any dimension. So Bt does not have any dimension, this does not have any dimension. B by C has a dimension. So this one, yeah, B by C will have a dimension. In the absolute errors in two physical quantities A and B are A and B respectively, then the absolute errors in the value of A minus B is how much? So it should be A plus B. Errors are never subtracted. Errors are always added. A body weighs 22.42 grams and has a measured volume of this much. The possible errors in the measurement of mass and volume are this and this. Then the maximum percentage error in the density. Okay, so density is mass by volume, so it should be 22.42 divided by 4.7. So 22.42 divided by 4.7 is approximately equal to, suppose I say it is equal to 5. So 5 into 7 is 35, carry over 3, 23. So it is little less than 5. So let's keep that in mind. Then the measurement of the mass and errors are 0.01 divided by 22.42 into 100 plus 0.1 by 4.7 into 100. So here the error will be close to 2. Here the error will be close to 0.5. So overall the error will be close to 2.5 because they are going to be added. So 2.5. So I will go for option B. Okay. So I hope you understand. 0.1 by 4.7 into 100. So that will give you 10 by 4.7. So that is approximately, so that you will get it as 2.2. The error in the measurement of length is 0.1%, that of time period is 2. Possible maximum error in the dimensional formula L t power minus 2. Okay, no problem. T power minus 2, so 4. L is 0.1, so 4.1, so 4.1%. Okay, remember errors are never subtracted, just remember that. The diameter of a wire is measured by a screw gauge, was found to be 1.002 cm. Okay, and the absolute error in the first reading is how much? Okay, very good. So these kind of questions are quite popular. So the way you do it is to first find out what is the average error. So the average error will be the sum divided by 2. So the sum divided by 3 will be equal to 3.008 by 3. So that will become equal to 1.00267. Yeah, 267. So it will be 27. So which will be 1.003 because it cannot be more precise than this. So in the first one it will be 0.001. So the absolute error in the first reading will be 0.001 cm. I hope you understood this. What did I do? I first found out what is the average reading. So the measured reading minus the average reading will give you the answer. The average reading I got is 1.0027. Now this has to be rounded because this is significant. I mean this is accurate to 4 decimals, but the data is accurate only to 3 decimals. So I should round it up to 3 decimals. So 1.003. The external and internal diameters of a hollow cylinder are determined with the vernier calipers and they are recorded as something. The thickness of the cylinder wall within the limits of the error is how much? Yeah, so this is a nice question. Quickly let's work it out. So it should be 4.23 minus 2.23 minus 3.89. 4.23 minus 3.89. So here it will be how much? Here it will be 6, 4 here, 3 here, none here. So it will be 0.34. But as far as the error is concerned, the errors, absolute errors are to be added. So the absolute errors are 0.001 and 0.01. So that will become equal to 0.11. But we should again go by the least accurate. So this is the least accurate. So if we go by this, it is 0.01. So the answer is 0.34 plus minus 0.01 centimeter. Okay. So this should be the answer. The thickness of the cylinder, external and internal, again look, these are the diameters given. So diameters means you have to divide it by 2 to get the thickness. So this will be the answer. So this is one diameter, this is one diameter. So when you subtract them, you get 2 times the thickness. So it should be 0.17 plus minus 0.1. The length, breadth and thickness are given. So first multiply them. 4.2 into 1 is 4.2. 4.2 into 2 is close to 8.4. So the answer should be 8.4, close to 8.4, but it should be significant only to 3 decimal places. So or 3 significant figures. This is not significant to 3. This is significant to 3. This is not significant to 3. This is not significant to 3. So I don't have to multiply. I can directly say this should be the answer. Okay. The units of force velocity are 100, 9, 10 and 500 respectively. The units of mass, length and time are how much? The units of force, velocity and energy are given 100, 10 and 500. The units of mass, length and time is how much they are asking me. So force is 100 dynes. There is some error in this question. I don't think there is any answer. The zero error in vernier caliper, if the zero error mark of a vernier caliper is 0.05 centimeters ahead of the zero mark of the main scale when closed, what is the type of zero error? Again this word ahead, I don't know what it means, but let's see what it means. Ahead means, I think it will be on this side. This side means it is negative zero error. On this side means it is positive zero error. Negative zero errors are subtracted, are finally added. Positive zero errors are subtracted. So I'll say it's a negative zero error and it is negative 0.05 C. 41. The time dependence of a physical quantity P is given as P is equal to P0 e power minus alpha T squared. So I already explained to you that whenever there is a mathematical expression, that expression rather a mathematical function. So this part cannot have any dimensions. So if alpha T squared is dimensionless, then the dimensions of alpha should be T power minus 2. So option D is the right one. The value of x in the formula y is equal to this much, where x is the mass, g is acceleration due to gravity and so on. They are asking you what is the value for x. So the way I will do it is I will just substitute. First thing is y, Young's modulus is stress upon strain. Strain has no dimensions. So this is same as the dimensions of stress. So it will become m L power minus 1 T power minus 2 is equal to this side I will have m L T power minus 2 into L power x divided by L T power 3 again into extension L. So when I cancel these two, this goes up and becomes x minus 1. So negative 1 is equal to x minus 1. So from there I can say the value of x has to be equal to 0. Okay, all that I need to do is substitute. So y is Young's modulus. Young's modulus is stress by strain. So that is m L T power minus 2 divided by L squared must be equal to m. G is L T power minus 2 into L power x divided by 5 times b. B is b, that is L. Then again extension is also L. So this and this will get cancelled. So when I compare, this is on the left side, it is minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to x minus 1. So from there you will get x is equal to 0. So D should be the right option. 43. The velocity of sound in air is given. Density and other things are given. Then they are given to us that velocity is equal to or is proportional to p power x into d power y. The value for x and y is how much? So all of you should remember that the velocity of sound through a gas is square root of p by d. Okay, so if you look at p by d, p will be plus half, d will be minus half. So plus half minus half. So this should be the answer. Velocity is equal to root over of p by d or p by rho. Remember, sound could travel through a gas by two modes. Either it's isothermal, sometimes they also consider it to be adiabatic. If it is isothermal, it is just P by D, otherwise it will become gamma P by D if it is adiabatic. The time period T of a drop under surface tension S is given as something where they have given you different things. They are asking you for the value for B. Okay, so time period means T is equal to square root of D. D is the density, so M divided by L power minus 3 whole power A. A is given to me as 1 into R. R is the radius, so L power B into S. S is what? S is surface tension. Surface tension is force per unit length or energy per unit area. So it is equal to M T power minus 2 power minus 1. So now they are asking me for the value for B. I can find out the value for B. So basically I should get T. So I am getting T, there is no problem. So M should be L only, I should check. L should give me 0. So L power minus 3, there is no L here. So B should be plus 3. If B is plus 3 minus 3 will give you 0. So the answer should be 3. The sides of a rectangle are given, then its perimeter within error limits is how much? So perimeter is basically the sum. So whenever you add physical quantities, the absolute errors get added. So it will be 10.5 plus 5.2, so that is 15.7 into 2. So 15.7 into 2 will be 31.4, and it will be plus minus 0.2 and 0.1 will give you 0.03. 0.03 into 2 will give you 0.06. So the answer should be 31.4 plus minus 0.06. So option A is the right one. The dimensional analysis of this particular equation gives the value of x as what? So if I do a dimensional analysis, so this is a very good question, a typical question that could come here. So this is L T power minus 1 power x is equal to pressure difference. Pressure difference is pressure. Pressure is mL T power minus 2 divided by L squared. Pressure is force by area to the power 3 by 2 into density is mL power minus 3 to the power minus 3 by 2. So when I simplify this, I know that M is 0 here. So let me just work with M. So M is 0 here. So there is no point working with M. So now we should just work with L. So here L power 3 by 2, L power, so it is L, dimensions of L will be 3 by 2 plus minus 9 by 2. So that will make it 6 by 2. That will make it minus 3. So L power minus 3. So L power x is equal to L power minus 3. So x should be equal to minus 3. So negative 3 is the answer. A, B, C, D, correct. Then the length of a cylinder is measured as 5 cm using a vernier caliper of least count 0.1. The percentage errors, yeah. So in all these cases, remember the minimum error that you would make is 1 unit. So that is 0.1 mm. So 0.1 divided by 5 into 100. Just make sure that the units are correct. So this is 0.1 mm while it is 5 cm. So I'll just make it 50 so that we get it right. So this will be 2. 2 into 0.1 will be 0.2%. So the answer is 0.2%. So again option D. The initial and final temperatures of a liquid are measured. Then the rise in temperature with error limit. Okay, so what is the rise in temperature? So the rise in temperature is the difference. So the difference means it will be 76.3 minus 67.7. So when you do that, it will become, this will be 13. So I'll have 6 here. So this will be 15. So I'll have 8 here, and there is nothing here. So it is 8.6 plus or minus. Remember, you are subtracting. So when you are subtracting, the absolute errors get added. So 0.2 plus 0.3 is 0.5. So it is 8.6 plus or minus 0.5. So remember, whether you add or subtract physical quantities, the errors are always added. Errors are never subtracted. The work done W by a body varies with displacement as this. Then they are asking you for the dimensional formula for B. Okay, so I told you already earlier, whenever you multiply or add whenever you add or subtract physical quantities, the dimensions must be the same. So here this B by C minus x square should have the same dimensions as W. So now let's understand what is W. So the dimensions of W is m L squared T power minus 2. So this must be equal to the dimensions of B divided by, here this is x is length, so length squared. So from here if I transpose, it will become m L power 4 t power minus 2. So m L power 4 t power minus 2. So B is the right answer. Okay. Yeah. So now let's look at the question, the 50th question. If the velocity v equals v at plus b by t plus c, then the question is, what are the dimensions of a, b and c? So dimensions of v is L t power minus 1. So a should be L t power minus 2. So let's look at it. So third one option is the correct one. Remember here c should have the dimensions of t, b should have the dimensions of L, so that it will become L t power minus 1. So option C is the correct one.